Have you ever had that sudden buzz on your phone, only to see a message from someone you thought was part of your past? Your heart skips a beat, and 1,000 thoughts rush through your mind. Why now? Do they want to reconnect? Is this a sign that things could restart? It's an emotional whirlwind, excitement, confusion, hope, and maybe a touch of anxiety. But here's the harsh reality. Just because they reached out, it doesn't always mean they want to pick up where things left off. And when they start engaging with you only to disappear again, that's when the emotional chaos really begins. Does this sound all too familiar? You start talking, you let your guard down, and then silence. No follow-up, no explanation, just a ghosting act. It's enough to leave anyone feeling lost and unsure of what's real. So how do you handle this whirlwind without letting it throw you off balance? How can you rise above the emotional confusion and regain your peace of mind? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. In this video, we'll unlock timeless wisdom from Stoic philosophy that can help you navigate these emotional roller coasters with grace and clarity. Stoicism teaches us the powerful idea that while we can't control the actions of others, we have full control over how we respond. And that's where your strength lies. When someone reaches out and then disappears, their actions say more about them than they do about you. It's all too easy to let it unravel you, but this video will guide you in staying grounded, thoughtful, and emotionally strong. We'll dive deep into practical tips, rooted in Stoic teachings, that will empower you to respond calmly, protect your peace, and regain control of your emotions. Whether it's understanding their motives, staying rational, or recognizing when it's time to let go, these insights will help you take back your emotional power. Plus, we'll walk through affirmations that'll keep you anchored and remind you of your inner strength. Before we dive into the strategies, let's start with this empowering affirmation. I am in control of my emotions. I respond to this situation with wisdom and clarity. Ready? Repeat after me. I am in control of my emotions. I respond to this situation with wisdom and clarity. Great. Let's jump in and discover how to take charge of your emotional well-being in the face of uncertainty. Number 1. Stay calm and grounded. When your ex reaches out, only to disappear again, it's natural to feel a surge of emotions. You might find yourself wondering why they contacted you in the first place and why they vanished without a word. It's easy to get lost in thoughts like, what did I do wrong? Or, are they moving on? But here's a powerful truth. Our minds often create stories far worse than reality. As Seneca, a wise Stoic philosopher, reminds us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. That internal narrative can lead us to conclusions that may not be true, leaving us feeling confused and hurt. The key is to remember that you cannot control their actions, but you can control your response. The first step is to stay present. Instead of diving into a whirlpool of overthinking, pause and breathe. Don't let your emotions dictate your actions. Reacting in haste often leads to more regret and confusion. Instead, ask yourself, what do I know for sure in this moment? The facts are simple. They reached out. They disappeared. But beyond that, everything else is guesswork. The unknown doesn't require a narrative from you. It's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about not letting them take over your decisions. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are born from how we perceive a situation, not from the situation itself. So, while you may feel hurt or frustrated, you have the power to choose how to respond. You can center yourself in the present, and instead of jumping to conclusions, focus on what's actually happening. Take a moment to process your feelings, but do so with control. If your mind starts racing, try grounding yourself with mindful breathing. Inhale slowly, exhale deeply, and remind yourself that you are okay, you are in control, and you don't need all the answers right now. Journaling your thoughts can also help. Write down what you feel and separate the facts from the assumptions. This simple act can give you clarity and prevent you from spiraling into unnecessary emotional chaos. Staying calm isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about managing your emotions in a way that aligns with your values and well-being. By keeping a cool head and focusing on what you can control, you can navigate this situation with wisdom and strength. Now, I want you to drop an affirmation in the comments. I choose clarity over chaos. I remain grounded. Number 2, embrace the strength of no contact. When your ex reaches out and then disappears without warning, it's a clear signal that they might not be ready for the kind of connection you deserve. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. The same principle holds true for heartbreak. No contact isn't just a rule you follow, it's an essential tool for self-care and emotional healing. When faced with this back and forth of reaching out and retreating, you may feel an urge to chase after answers or try to revive what's been lost. But here's the hard truth. Seeking out someone who isn't fully invested only extends your pain. Choosing silence, however, is a powerful act of strength that signals you won't settle for anything less than your peace. No contact is an opportunity to take a step back and focus on yourself. It isn't about playing games or trying to manipulate the situation. It's about preserving your well-being and giving yourself the space to heal. When you disconnect from the emotional tug-of-war, you create room for self-reflection, clarity, and personal growth. This time apart helps you break free from unhealthy patterns of seeking validation or holding on to hope, even when the relationship no longer serves you. No contact allows you to shift your focus from the other person and back onto your own emotional recovery. If their unpredictable actions have left you feeling confused, remind yourself their behavior is a reflection of their own emotional turmoil, not a measure of your worth. You deserve someone who is clear, consistent, and fully present, someone who respects your boundaries and values your time. By choosing no contact, you're protecting your peace, not punishing them. It's an act of self-respect, a boundary you set to honor your emotional needs and walk away from situations that don't align with the life you want to create. Use this time to nurture yourself. Reconnect with what brings you joy. Spend time with loved ones, rediscover your hobbies, or dive into personal growth. The more you focus on yourself, the less you'll feel the need to chase after someone who can't offer you the same level of commitment. Remember, no contact isn't a forever decision. It's a temporary break that gives you the space to regain clarity and strength. Whether your ex returns with genuine intentions or not, you'll be in a much stronger position to make decisions that are in your best interest. I want you to drop an affirmation in the comments. My silence is my strength. I honor my peace. Number 3, understand their true intentions. When your ex reaches out, only to disappear once again, it's completely normal to be left wondering, what does this really mean? Are they lonely? Are they testing the waters? Or maybe they're unsure of what they truly want. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminds us, what we do now echoes in eternity. The way they behave might say more about their internal struggles than anything about you. It's tempting to assume their actions reflect a lack of care or a sign that they've moved on. But here's the truth. Their behavior is often a product of their own emotional state, not a reflection of your worth or actions. When they disappear, don't take it personally. Their reaching out and vanishing may stem from a fleeting moment of nostalgia, a need for validation, or simply confusion on their part. It's easy to get caught up in the emotional turmoil of trying to make sense of their mixed signals, but the key is not to internalize their actions. Instead, redirect your focus to yourself. Ask yourself, what do I want? What's best for me in this situation? This shift in perspective gives you back control. By focusing on your own needs and emotional health, you reclaim your power. You stop being a reactive participant in their emotional cycle and begin actively shaping your own path forward. It's not about being cold or dismissive. It's about choosing your well-being over their uncertainty. One way to gain clarity is to reflect on their past behavior. Are they often inconsistent? Do they tend to reach out when they're bored, lonely, or uncertain? Recognizing these patterns can help you see their actions for what they are: temporary, emotional responses rather than meaningful intentions. However, don't rush to conclusions. Trying to guess what's going on in their mind will only lead to more confusion. Instead, focus on what you can control: your emotions, your actions, and your boundaries. Remind yourself that their actions don't define you. You deserve someone who is clear, present, and committed, not someone who disappears when things become difficult. At the end of the day, understanding their intentions isn't just about figuring them out. It's about understanding you. It's about recognizing your worth, your needs, and what you truly deserve in a relationship. By staying true to yourself and your values, you create the space for healthier, more fulfilling connections in the future. Now, I want you to drop an affirmation in the comments. I choose clarity over confusion. I honor my worth. Number 4, don't rush to respond. When your ex reaches out and then disappears, it's easy to feel a surge of urgency. You might think that if you don't respond immediately, you'll miss your chance for closure or resolution. But as Seneca wisely put it, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. In other words, rushing into a response without clarity can lead to decisions you might later regret. The truth is, taking the time to reflect is far more powerful than reacting impulsively. When emotions are at their peak, it's easy to say things you don't fully mean or respond in a way that doesn't align with your true intentions. Instead of giving in to that knee-jerk urge to reply, pause and take a step back. There's no rush here. Use this time to reflect on what you truly want and what's best for you moving forward. Ask yourself, what is my goal in this situation? Am I hoping to rekindle something, or am I seeking closure and peace of mind? Understanding your own desires will help you respond from a place of strength, not desperation. Whether you choose to respond thoughtfully or decide that silence is the better option, taking your time ensures that your decision aligns with your own values and needs. Silence can often be the most powerful response, as it signals that you're not interested in playing emotional games or tolerating inconsistency. If you're unsure what to say, consider journaling your thoughts first. This will give you clarity and help you decide whether a response is truly needed or if silence is the best course of action. Remember, your ex's disappearance has nothing to do with your worth. Their actions are a reflection of their own emotional state, not a judgment on you. By not rushing to respond, you show that you value yourself and respect your time. It's not about being cold or dismissive. It's about prioritizing your emotional well-being and refusing to settle for less than what you deserve. If their message has left you feeling confused or uncertain, it's okay to take a pause and wait for the right moment to respond. In the meantime, shift your focus to things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Spend time with loved ones, dive into hobbies, or focus on personal growth. The more you invest in yourself, the less you'll feel the need to seek validation from someone who isn't fully present. Ultimately, taking your time to respond is about reclaiming your power. It's a way of recognizing that your energy, your emotions, and your time are valuable, and that you deserve to be treated with respect. By choosing patience and intention over haste, you create the space for healthier, more authentic relationships in the future. Drop an affirmation in the comments. I trust my timing. I respond with intention. Number 5. Protect your heart and peace. Your emotional well-being is your most precious asset. As Seneca wisely said, "He who is brave is free." It takes immense courage to protect your heart, especially when feelings are involved. When your ex contacts you and then disappears, it can create an emotional roller coaster, exciting one moment, devastating the next. But here's the key truth. You don't have to let their inconsistency dictate your peace. If their message feels shallow or their sudden disappearance leaves you questioning everything, don't engage. You deserve more than fleeting attention, more than breadcrumbs that leave you feeling confused and empty. Setting firm boundaries isn't about being harsh or unkind. It's about honoring your own worth and saying, "I deserve better." Protecting your heart means creating space for healthier, more meaningful connections by refusing to accept anything less than what aligns with your values. Start by recognizing your own value. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that any attention is better than none. But the truth is, you deserve someone who is consistent, clear, and genuinely present in your life, not someone who vanishes when things get complicated. By protecting your peace, you're ensuring that you make room for someone who will show up for you in a consistent and loving way. Setting boundaries can be difficult, but it's essential. Refuse to engage in conversations or behaviors that leave you feeling drained, disrespected, or confused. One way to protect your heart is to prioritize self-care. Spend time doing the things that light you up. Whether that's enjoying time with loved ones, exploring a hobby, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. The more you focus on nourishing yourself, the less you'll feel the need to seek validation from someone who isn't emotionally invested. Self-compassion is also crucial. It's okay to feel hurt when your ex disappears. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment and remind yourself that their actions reflect their own emotional struggles, not a reflection of your worth. You are not defined by their behavior, and you are deserving of clear, consistent love and respect. Protecting your peace also means taking control of your thoughts. When negative or anxious thoughts begin to creep in, gently redirect your focus. Remind yourself that you control your emotional responses. By staying rooted in your own well-being, you can prevent external situations from overtaking your inner calm. If you catch yourself spiraling into negative self-talk or overanalyzing their behavior, ground yourself back into the present moment. Remember, you hold the power to shape your emotional experience. Ultimately, protecting your heart and peace is about reclaiming your personal power. It's about recognizing your worth and choosing to no longer settle for anything less than the respect and love you deserve. This doesn't mean you have to close yourself off to love altogether. It simply means being intentional about who you let into your life and the way you allow them to treat you. By standing firm in your boundaries, you send a clear message that your emotional well-being is non-negotiable. Drop an affirmation in the comments. I protect my peace. I am worthy of love and respect. Number 6. Know when to let go. Letting go isn't a sign of defeat. It's a powerful choice for freedom. Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Holding on to false hope, like waiting for an ex who reaches out only to disappear, keeps you trapped in the past. Letting go, however, clears the way for new beginnings, growth, and the freedom to move forward. When your ex contacts you and then vanishes, it's natural to hold on to the belief that things could go back to how they were, or that they might return. But here's the truth. Clinging to someone who isn't fully present in your life only drags out your pain and leaves you stuck in a chapter that's already closed. Letting go is a choice you make for yourself. It's about realizing you deserve someone who is clear, consistent, and committed, not someone who pulls away when things get tough. It's about choosing your peace over their indecision and emotional inconsistency. A powerful way to start the process of letting go is by grounding yourself in the present. Whenever you catch yourself drifting into thoughts about the past or fantasizing about what could have been, gently guide your attention back to the now. Remind yourself that the past is over and the future is full of endless possibilities. Practicing gratitude is also incredibly helpful. Think about the lessons you've learned, how you've grown, and the strength you've gained from the experience. Gratitude shifts your focus from resentment to acceptance and peace. Letting go also requires trusting that something better is on the horizon. You must believe that you are worthy of love and happiness, and that it is out there waiting for you. This doesn't mean erasing the past or pretending it didn't matter. It means choosing not to stay tied to something that no longer serves your happiness. Releasing your attachment opens up room for new opportunities and relationships that truly align with your values and desires. Remember, letting go is a journey, not a one-time decision. It's okay to take your time and be gentle with yourself through the process. With each step you take toward releasing the past, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more open to the beautiful new experiences that life has in store for you. Drop an affirmation in the comments. I release what no longer serves me. I trust in the possibilities ahead. Number 7. Respond only to real intentions. Not every message deserves your energy or attention. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. When your ex reaches out but then disappears, it's easy to feel pulled in by uncertainty. You might wonder if their message means they want to reconnect or if they're just testing the waters. But here's the truth. Unclear or insincere intentions often point to emotional unavailability. Responding to mixed signals only prolongs the pain and keeps you stuck in a cycle of confusion. Instead of rushing to reply, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what are their true intentions? Are they consistent, clear, and genuine? If you sense that their actions aren't aligned with sincerity, it's okay to wait or not respond at all. Silence is often a powerful choice. It protects your peace and sends a clear message that you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Responding only to real intentions is about valuing your time and emotional energy. You deserve someone who shows up fully and consistently, not someone who vanishes when things get complicated. By setting these boundaries, you make space for healthier and more fulfilling connections. A helpful way to gauge their intentions is by looking at their actions. Do they follow through on their words? Are they consistently present in your life, or do they reach out only when it's convenient for them? Remember, actions speak louder than words. If their intentions are unclear, focus on what you can control, your own happiness and growth. Engage in activities that bring you joy, nurture your relationships with friends and family, and invest in yourself. The more you pour into yourself, the less you'll feel the urge to seek validation from someone who isn't truly there. It's important to remember that you don't owe anyone a response, especially if their behavior leaves you feeling disrespected or confused. By choosing to respond only to real, sincere intentions, you are demonstrating emotional maturity and self-respect. You're showing that you are not willing to settle for anything less than a meaningful, consistent connection. To sum it up, stay calm, trust your intuition, and protect your emotional well-being. Understand your ex's actions, but don't let their inconsistency disrupt your peace. If their communication lacks clarity or sincerity, continue honoring your no-contact rule. Close your eyes for a moment and repeat this affirmation. I trust my strength and wisdom to guide me through this. I am open to love that is true and fulfilling. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and remember, you hold the power to shape your emotional journey. Until next time, take care.